Hello dear friends, welcome to your own channel. In this video series, we are going to learn Microsoft Windows step by step from beginner to advanced. We will study Windows in two main parts. In this video, I'll teach you the beginner level, and in the next week or next video, we will continue with the advanced level right here on this YouTube channel. The Windows version you are going to learn in this video is Windows 11 version 25H2, but you don't have to be worried about the versions because Microsoft always change its versions, so you don't have to be always up to date. All you need is to just use Windows 11, and all you need is just Windows 11. No problem which version, and no problem which can say its version, because you are going to study in this video in general, and in the next video you are going to become professional in using Windows and how to use in a perfect or professional way. Because of that, in this video we are going to study some general concepts that depends on Windows. For example, we are going to study what is a computer, what is a system, what is a Windows, and also we are going to study other concepts like an introduction to the setting, an introduction to the control panel, file management, task manager, taskbar, Windows screen, file transfer, and all more things like that we are going to study in this video. So if you really want to understand Windows from beginner, it's a very good video for you, because we're going to cover, or we are going to start from the zero level, and we will make you ready to an advanced level. So in this video we'll discuss all of them. Just don't worry, and let's start from the number one. What is computer? To know what is computer, let's dive into my notepad. Okay, I'll give you information about computer and the word computer that we are using. What does it mean? Computer in general, if you define it, it's mean an electronic device that can calculate everything. So why it's like that? Let's go back to its story. When the computer has been invented, it was just for calculation, or just to calculate something. But nowadays it's expanded, it's improved to this kind of computers that can do everything, can do attack in any countries with any other devices, can do the protection of the weather, can do everything that are depend on military or depends on a normal life, no problem. But at the first it was just for calculation, or just to calculate something. Because of that, the word computer is derived from a word by the name of compute. What does compute mean? Compute means that to calculate something. So because of that, we are going to call computer that computer is a electronic device that can calculate, or that can organize something in general. Okay, but you don't have to we are not going to dive in a very special parts that what is really computer doing. So we have to just know that computer is for calculation, because of its first version was for calculating. But however, it's now doing many other tasks, but in general we just call it that it's an electronic device. Okay, so let's move on to other concept. What is other concept? It's about system. So what is system? We can call that a system is a collection or a group of connected parts that work together to perform a specific or a special task, or do a particular task. For example, a system for example, the computer system. Computer system is divided in from three parts. For example, number one, you can say that it's from hardware. Okay, it's from hardware. Number two, you can call it that it's from, let me write it, it's from software. So we can call hardware software. Number three, operating system, you can say. Okay, operating system. Okay, so the computer system is divided in three parts, you can say: hardware, software, operating system. But in here we are not going to focus on what's operating system, what is software, what is hardware, but in general you can say that they are part of a system. So if you're going to create something new, for example, if you're going to build a new house, so what are the element or part of a house that must be connected to make for you a building? For example, you can say you must use water, you must use iron, you must use everything that can make a building. So that are part of a system. When they combine together, so they make a system that do a specific task. So what is the building for? The building is for living. What is the computer system? The computer system is just for calculating or for projection or any other military task that it can be used. So we're calling that the system is like that. Okay. After that, so we have two kinds of system. Okay, we have two kinds of system like that. Okay, number one is you can say that it's operating system. What is operating system? We have operating system is the system that can be controlled between hardware and software, or you can say operating system is a system that can control hardware by using software. It's all about that. So we have many kinds of operating system. For example, you have Windows. That in this video we are going to know what is Windows. So we have Mac, we have for example Android, we have any other operating system that they are going to work as a bus between hardware and software. So if you don't use Android on your phone, so how is the physical part of your phone are going to know your words, or how it's gonna do the other application software, you can say? Okay, it's all about the operating system. So at the second part is about let me write here. Second part is about application software. So what is application software? System, you can say. These are application system. Application system, or for example, it's the app like Word, like Excel, like Photoshop, like Premiere that I have here. Photoshop, Premiere, Canva, okay, and Visual Studio Code and other things that I can use them. What are they? They are application software, application system. So we can call, for example, Word. Yes, let me write for you Word. You can say Excel. You can write, for example, PowerPoint. For example, there are any other things that they are just for what? They are just for example, they are kind of application system. So let me summarize it that we have two kind of system: operating system, application system. Operating system are just to work as a bus between software and hardware to do a specific task. What is the specific task? Is to connect software and hardware to work or to do a specific task. So what is application system? So we have understood that system is kind of that the system is a collection of connected things that do a specific task. So in here, application system are those you can see, or those apps, or those you can say items that combined from code that has been programmed to do a specific task. So what is the specific task? For example, if I here open the Word file, okay, and here the specific task that I am doing is, what is it? It's to write, for example, you can say teach me. Teach me is a channel. So in here you can say that teach me as a channel. Let me make it visible for you. So teach me as a channel. So what is the word? Word is application software that do a specific task. What is the specific task? The specific task is to write documents, to, for example, write a book. It's all for writers, you can say. So what is Excel for? Excel is for those who can calculate things, or for those who can, for example, use more math. Okay, it's all about that. Okay, let's close them and come back to our notepad. So, and here we have studied that what is system. We have two kinds of system. Now we are going to study what is Windows. Okay, let me write here what is Windows. So we have understand that the application system is like, for example, Word, Excel, PowerPoint, like that. And we have understand also that what is operating system. So operating system. So now we are going to study Windows. What is Windows? Windows is part of, for example, part of no, not operating system is kind of, okay. Let me kind of, you can say operating system, that part of operating system, okay, that control how the computer works. For example, Windows control how the computer works, how it works. It connect the software and the hardware to work. So its main task is to just to connect hardware and software to do best, you can say, affection on the task. Okay, Windows manages the hardware, runs applications, and provides a graphical interface for users to interact with the system. In simple words, you can say Windows connects the user, the hardware, and the software together to use. Suppose that I am a Windows user. So how I write? I have to install the Windows. After that, I have to know how to, for example, give an input to the Windows and how it should works. So, for example, how I can tell the graphical part of a computer, for example, the hardware part of a computer, what to do? No, because what I need is to, for example, what I need is an operating system. When I install an operating system, after that, I will understand that what is and how to tell or how to mention computer what to do. Okay, it was all about the computer, the system, that Windows. Okay, now we are going to dive in other parts, or you can see in physical part that we're going to discuss in here. Okay, let me clear for you that now what we are going to study. So guys, you have finished all the, you can say, all information that we need before we are going to study Windows. Now we are going to study Windows, exactly what is itself Windows. So this is, I've installed Windows, and also I'll put a link in the description how to install Windows, and or in the next video, in the professional video, I'll teach you how to install Windows and how to become an expert or a professional user of Windows. Okay, in this video I'll just put a video that you how to install Windows on your computer, and the next video I'll also teach you how to install Windows, what do you need. So at the first we have to know general information about the Windows. So at first when you're entering in the Windows, so this you will see this kind of photo. So let me change it. That now we are going to start the Windows. As I mentioned, in the next video I'll teach you how to install your own Windows, how to, for example, bootable your flash, how to download Windows, setup of Windows, how to use it. Okay, but in this video I am going to just give you also some general information in Windows and how to use in general. For example, this is setting, can say this is my setting, this is my file, this is my desk PC, and here we have all apps, and I'm going to completely guide you to the graphical part of Windows, and the next video will become, for example, some advanced options. I'll mention some advanced option for you. Okay, and first of all, we have to know what is this. What we call this in Windows? We call it the screen. What is screen? It's screen is screen. So I can't, for example, define it for you. You know better than me. Okay, this is screen, and these are general part of the, and these are all about taskbar. So in here we have taskbar. These are all taskbar. What are these apps or these icons that are here? So they have pinned in here. So for example, if I right click in here to it, I can unpin it. These are apps like that, easy access. I can use them anytime that I want to use them. I can also unpin it. I can pin them to, for example, find easier. And this is task start menu. And this is start menu. So what we call it, start menu. When we click on it, so it will open another screen for us to search anything that we want and has been installed in your computer. You can search here, and you want to from, for example, so you need to from internet. No, it's just for apps that you have installed in your computer. For example, if I type here, for example, Word, so it will find all apps that has word letter. Okay, word letters. For example, if I write here P, so it will automatically find what is used in P here. For example, he first of all is PowerPoint, Adobe Premiere, Photoshop, Media Player, even every other app that has a P, so it will automatically find it. We call it task. We call it start menu, or sometimes we call it Windows key. What is Windows key? So because of its logo or its task is like Windows. For example, if you, this is the Windows logo. Because of that, we call it what? Because of that, we call it start. So here, what is here? Here is a search button. So for example, in here also you can search any apps. For example, if I search Word, so it will automatically find. If I search any other, for example, if I search Excel, so it will automatically find the Excel or other apps that have the Excel word in itself. For example, here I have a file by the name of Excel file folder or folder. And here also I have written an Excel sheet that we have its Excel book. So everything that has the Excel word, so it will be automatically found. And here you can replace your, for example, filters. For example, here it's for all, but if I replace any apps, so it will bring just apps that I've used or that I've installed in my computer and has similar to this name that I've typed here. For example, if for document, so it will just open the document that I've written and the documents that have the Excel word in itself. It has what? Excel 1, yeah. And if I sitting, so I don't have anything that has been, for example, writing Excel. Because of that, it didn't find it. Okay, and it's for folder. So okay, I have two folder by the name of Excel and Excel books. It will bring it. So if I also press here to, so it will automatically bring all image that has the Excel version. For example, image Excel. So they have all when the Excel word. Okay, so yes, it was all about this. So also you can for example here run it as let me bring so it was all about that. Okay, it is start menu, or we can say Windows key. There's a search button to search everything you want. However, you can search anything here also, but also it's another option that here for example an easy access to the file that you wanna use it. Okay, and here it's also for easy access, because if I don't pin the Premiere in this taskbar, so I have to write here, I have to come here and write here Adobe Premiere, so it will find. But what's better to just click here to just open it, because of that the pin is in like an easy access for you to open your folder or open your apps easier. So as we come here, so we have here it's for apps that has been hidden. Okay, for example, I have hidden these apps. It's my Bluetooth, it's my WhatsApp, it's another app to check hard disk. It's for example my Note. It's the app that I am recording this video, and it's my OneDrive. So these are all apps that has been hidden in here. So I can also unhide them. How I can? So these were all about the hidens. Can say hidden apps. So what is this? It shows that I am now using a mic or microphone to record the sound. It's just showing that you are now recording the sound. Okay, but maybe yours doesn't. Maybe this one do not appear on your computer because maybe you're not using now microphone. Okay, and it's for language. For example, every language that you can add. I'll also teach you how to add your language, but it's for language that I have. For example, I have 3 languages that I can, for example, change between them. For example, it's here, yeah. But if you want to change, you can also press Alt Shift to change your language, okay? And also you can press Windows key plus space, okay? Both of them will change your language. So what I mentioned that this means is Windows key, or there is also a key on the keyboard that we call it Windows key or start. And this is for network. So now I don't have any access to any network here like that. So you see that these are, for example, my all data that these are also easy. Also another things that we have to know in the maybe in the professional video or advanced video. Okay, if I turn it on, so maybe I can find internet, Wi-Fi to or router to access them. But now I don't want to apply to any network to get access. So let me turn it off and come back. It's Bluetooth, so now I have connected with my mouse. So if I turn it on, so it's turned on. So if I also turned on, and now I can connect to any other device that I want. Okay, it's for Wi-Fi, and it's for example, you can say Bluetooth. So I have also another option here. We call it airplane mode. So we have it on our phones. Okay, but don't worry if you have it. So you may know better than me. And this is safe energy that it's for saving energy. For example, if I turn it on, so as you see that my screen has become, for example, maybe darker. Yes, because it needs to be, for example, it will save your energy. So if I turn it off, so it will automatically back to its whiter mode. Okay, but we can also change it how to use safer energy. For example, if my battery comes to, for example, it was lower than 50, so you must be automatically turned on. So it will automatically be turned on. So in the advanced we will discuss all about this, so don't worry. So this is for accessibility. Accessibility, what is accessibility? In here you can have your accessibilities. So these are things that you can do in here. For example, now I am using mono audio. You have 3 kinds of audio: stereo audio, 5.1 audio, and we have mono audio. So now I am using mono audio. What is mono audio? Mono audio is, it means that you can use it in two, can say in two loudspeaker that you can use in true microphone, maybe. Yes, but these are also, it's, what is this, magnifier? It's for just, for example, for zooming something. So guys, we are going to know what is accessibility. Accessibility is designed to help people see, hear, and use the computer more easily. So maybe some person, maybe for example, how we use easily. For example, if I turn it on, so it will bring this that I can here, for example, I can zoom, I can also unzoom it. Okay, it's for just this, but you can do it also to press Control and this plus. Okay, for example, let me open this. Okay, I can zoom it. Let me open an app, okay, to show you how to zoom it exactly. For example, let me open any book. Okay, this is the document, so let me to zoom it. Okay, if I press Control plus this plus, so I can zoom. If I press Control and then enter minus, so it will, for example, make it very small. So you can do it from there, or you wish you can do it, for example, always come here and just press here and just for just one times. Okay, other times you have to use its shortcut. It's very easier to use it, but it's not, I think it's somehow for people just to become easier on their task. Okay, what is narrator? Narrator is a blind screen reader. It's for people who can't, for example, see the screen maybe, and those who can't see.
Quick set accessibility button 6 of 12. Narrator window heading level 1. Scan. Welcome to Narrator Quick Start 1 of 13. This guide shows you the basics of using Narrator. Narrator reads aloud what's on your screen so you can use that information to navigate your PC. Exiting Narrator.
So let's go to again to our accessibility. In accessibility, we have also other things like color filter, that you can filter the screen that you are using. For example, you see that it's very darker, so let's turn it off. They are somehow maybe useful. Yes. What is live captions? Live captions converts spoken audio into text in real time. For example, when you're live, so you can use it, but I'm not here live, so I can't use it. However, I can use it just as to show you that you can turn it like that on. Okay, but it needs more. No thanks, let me close it. Okay, yes, it was about accessibility. And what is mono? Mono audio is just for two microphone. It's for two microphone. For example, combine left and right audio channel. So when you're hearing, you will hear one sound, but from two, you can say from two channel. For example, left channel and right channel. That every computer has maybe two channel, left one and right one. Because of that, it's mono. And we have other two kinds of mono. One of them are stereo, that it's just for one, left or right. But mono is just for two channels, left and right. We have here, for example, you have voice access, internet with your PC, interact with your PC using voice. So what's meant to work with your PC when you're speaking? For example, I can speak here. Okay, open this PC. Okay, it's my microphone is off. Because of that, I am now recording the video. Because of that, I can't use it, but you can try it with yourself. Okay, you can turn it off until the speech model has been downloaded. Okay, that means I didn't download the speech model. So if you download it, you can use it just for example, when you're speaking, so the computer will do that just from your voice. For example, if I tell that go to this PC and open this folder, so it will automatically do that, because it's very useful for you that you can use voice access. So, and the next one is about the sticky keys. What's sticky keys mean? Use shortcuts on key at the time. It's mean now however you're using, so you can also use shortcuts. If you turn it on, so you can use, for example, shortcuts. Let me do for you. So guys, sticky keys are just it will help you to use your shortcuts better. Okay, for example, you can turn it on. So if you press Control Shift Delete, so if you turn it on, so you can also just doing one of them. It help you to do in a good way. Okay, let me. Okay, we have finished it. Okay, it's come here. So we have live captions that it was also mentioned on the accessibility. It's night mode that you can turn it on when it's night because of the light. If you turn it on, so it will help your eyes to become very comfortable. Otherwise, it will hurt your eyes at the night. Okay, because it's very bright and it's very somehow darker. And it's for nearby sharing that you can share your data, your file, no problem. But just click here, you can after that share it. But I don't want to share something, and then we'll continue. Okay. So as you have seen, so it's like that. If I come here and the accessibility and I click here also, it has more accessibility setting, so I can change them in the setting. Okay, let me show you. For example, size of text, visual effect, mouse pointer and touch, text cursor, for example, magnifier. They're all in accessibility and setting. So if I get out of here and also come here back to the setting, so I'll have also them in accessibility. Okay, let me show. Yes, it's accessibility. So in here I can change the size of the text that you see that is the lowest location that I'm using. Okay, but you can change it. For example, yes, it's like it will be like that. Okay, if now I apply, so that all text will be like that. So you can see that they are very big, so that's not good for me. I choose the lowest here. Okay, apply, so it will be fixed. Now in here we have display, so we will discuss also about display in next videos because we have more about display and other setting. It's here is a lot, so I can tell you just in this period of time. Because of that, let me discuss this. Okay, let's go again to the accessibility and the accessibility setting. Okay, no problem, as you wish where you want to find it. Okay, visual effect, you can affect your visual or what you see in your here. For example, is scroll bars, transparency, and automation, notification, timeout. So you can change all of them. Always show scroll. So if for example if you scroll, it will be this action will be appear. For example, I click here, it's for always show scrollers, so you can show, for example, it can show for you scrollers. And here you have to transparency effects, so it's turned on for me. You can turn on it or turn off it. Also it's animation effects that you can turn it on or turn it off, no problem. It's on you after a few seconds, so it will be turned it on. So it's show about the notification. So it says to dismiss notification after this moment of time. So for me it's about 5 minutes. So you can choose 1 minute, you can choose 30 minutes, you can choose, for example, 5 seconds. No problem. It's on you. You can choose it whenever you want to dismiss your notification. For me it's 5 minutes, so I'll accept it. No problem. As I've told you that displays have a lot of, for example, you can say change settings, so you can change in the next step. So let me change others. For example, it's notification. If you come to notification, so it has all its option that they are all depend on system. When I've explained for the system, so I'll also explain it. For me, just let's go out from here. So and just for mention for you the accessibility setting. Okay, that it's here. Accessibility of the mouse pointer and touch. So how it be should, for example, it will be that this kind of as you see, you can change its color, you can change, for example, like this, no problem. Yes, it's like that. It's for me like that. But you can also change the size of your mouse. Okay, let me it become very bigger, so I don't need this much big. And then I'll also put it the lowest the lowest location. Okay, it's all about the mouse. That also you can change here to customize pointer image, for example. Yes, how to show it, for example, for you when you're opening an image. So how should it be show you? For example, this kind normal select, text select, for example, link selection. As you know that when you're entering the text, so this option will appear for you. So it's for that, and this is for basic, that is mean that they're processing, but it's not until finished. And this is for example, diagonal rise. There are many other things that they can be used. Okay, but it's as your wish. Okay, for example, it's like pin. Okay, precision select. So it's all about that. Let me, if I press it, so I can choose it from anywhere I want. Okay, but you can choose it. You can choose it with yourself. It's on you how to use it. For example, let me close it, and then we have to here to mouse indicator. Okay, shows a circle around the mouse pointer when I press the control key. So when I press control key, so it will show this kind of, for example, icon. This is circle around the mouse. For example, let me turn it on. So for example, when I press control, so it will automatically show these circles around my mouse. Now when I'm pressing control, so it will show that. It's on you, that as you wish. It's on your interest how to use it, how to, for example, show your interest when you're using your Windows. Okay, after that, so I'll turn it off or turn it on, no problem, it's for me. Okay, but also mouse pointer trails. Let's mean this action is trail. Okay, for example, make mouse pointer movement easier to see by showing previous position for a short time. For example, if I turn it on and I am, for example, when I want to go there, so it will show a path that I have been in my previous location. For example, you can say previous position. Okay, I also can change its size. Okay, so now you can see it's very low, but you can increase it like here, that it will show very much. Okay, yes, here like that, but I don't want this. Okay, because it's somehow it's make me noisy somehow, but I don't want it. But you can change it as your wish. Okay, after that, let's go to these options. Enable mouse pointer shadow. Shadows mean to, it's what, yeah, it doesn't have any shadow. Okay, because we have it's half shadow. Let me, yes, it has very specific and very low shadow, but maybe you can't see, but you can try it with yourself. So let me turn it off, that you can see. Yeah, now it doesn't have shadow, but let me play it, turn it, so it find a very, you can say, very low shadow under the mouse, but you can change it also. It was about enable mouse pointer shadow. Okay, it's about touch indicator. So if I touch, so it will be like that. Now I'm touching. Okay, so let me, okay, it's gone other places, so let me find. Okay, else here, make the circle darker and larger. For example, if I press here, let me here to, yeah, now when I'm touching, so it shows this shadow under my hand, because my computer is touch screen, so I can touch it and it will do like that. So but if I click with my mouse, so it doesn't work. Okay, actually, but it's just for your fingers. Okay, I can change it. Okay, but I don't want, yes, I don't want, but you can, it's as your wish as you want. Okay, but yet here you have mouse. Okay, mouse pointer speed primarily, let me find it for you. So it have, for example, it have a primary mouse button, it's on left. Okay, you can change it on right or left primarily, and then it has for example, mouse pointer speed, you can change its speed. For example, if it was this, its speed will be more. Okay, if it was like this, it will be very, for example, not in much speed. and here enhance pointer precision. For example, it will show this action. Okay, if you turn it on, turn it off, so it's also on you how to change it. Okay, how you want your windows. Okay, and it's also about roll the mouse while to scroll, so multiple lines at the time. For example, I can on one screen at the time, so, or we can say multiple times, multiple lines at the time. So I choose multiple times. It's also on your interest that which one do you use. Okay, lines to scroll at the time, so it's not this. For example, 3, I can increase it. Lines that should scroll. For example, now when I'm scrolling with my mouse, so how many lines should it scroll? For example, it should scroll about how many lines? It's about 1 line. It was about 3 line. Okay, let me screen it for you, increase it for you. It's about 3 line, but you can change it to until 20 line. Okay, but if it was 3 or 4 or 5, it's better, because maybe in some essay or article, so you don't have maybe 20 lines. But if you when you're scrolling, so if it's past 20 lines at once, so it's very bad. Because of that, I don't want to change it. Okay, and let me also, it has another options here. For example, scrolling direction, down motion scroll, so you can also change it from down motion scroll up, or as your wish. Okay, you can change it anytime you want. And also you have mouse pointer and touch here that we have discussed about them. Okay, now we have also discussed about them. Okay, it was about here. We have finished that almost. So it's like that, guys. But you can yourself, you can use it. So they are not very necessary, but they are for general people, just to know how to change its locations, and you can say an accessibility, and use the pointers. Okay, what is touchpad? Touchpad is the small place for your fingers to control. For example, it's as you see, it's logo or physical part is like that on your near to your keyboard. Okay, no problem if you're using internally keyboard, or you're using external keyboard, no problem. But this is for your touchpad. Okay, let me click here. So it's just the touchpad. Touchpad is on, so it's mean I can use my touchpad. But if I turn it off, so I can't use now my touchpad. Okay, why? I just click the space, so it will automatically select it. But if I also unselect it, so my touchpad would not work. That's the reason. Maybe you can change the setting from your touchpad. It's the cursor that you can change from your touchpad. Okay, and also it's tab that you can use here, and it's about scrolling and zoom that we have also discussed about it. It's 3 fingers gesture, so in 3 fingers you can do many things. Okay, for example, if I 3 fingers up, so it will show multitasking view. So for example, let me try it. Yeah, it shows that all windows that have been opened in my computer. If I just cross my 3 fingers on my touchpad, okay, these are all the screen. These are all the setting that depends on the touchpad. Because of that, for example, if I turn it right, okay, so I can replace my windows. I can go to each, for example, window that I've opened. Okay, or if I left, it will change, go to left default. So if I cross it right, so it will go to the right options. So it's on you can use them. Okay, it was about 3 fingers, so it's about 4 fingers, so you can use your 4 fingers. How to, for example, change. If you press or cross your 4 fingers over the touchpad, so what will happen? It will multitasking view. If you up, okay, Yes, it will also do the same as the tree finger, but if you cross it down, so it will automatically close the not close all, but it will get out of the can say the windows. Okay, now if I press my fork windows key, so it will automatically bring it again. Okay, so this four fingers if crossed crossed left, so it will go to also in the next desktop, or that I've mentioned for it that the next screen or next windows. Okay, but if I come again, so it will come again to into the desktop one. Okay, you can change them all with that. And it's about notification center, that so notification must be where, so you can choose here play, pause, middle mouse button, open search, like that. It's on you, but you can change it. They are very easy things that I just mention you that use it. Okay, but it's on you how you practice, how much time you put on it. It's all on you. Okay, it's on you how to use it. Balance. So it was all about the four fingers that you can use for an easy works. Okay, and let me okay, we can discuss others and other setting. Okay, let me go back to see where he was. Okay, let's go back. Let me did you finish this part or no? Okay, yes, you finished. Maybe yes. You have to find the touchpad. Yes, this was our touchpad. So now it's about mouse. That maybe you have know that how to use that mouse. Okay, we have discussed about the mouse, but now we are going to discuss about the text cursor indicator. Okay, it will show the text. Okay, that's like asking the. It will, for example, show that how to show, for example, for you that you are going to select the text. It's about the it's off, but let me turn it on. Yes, it's like that. Okay, you can change it. You can change the color. You can change the color on your interest. Okay, I choose this. Okay. Also, you can, for example, change that how should be. For example, if I put it here, so you can see that these letters has, for example, you can see one background that you can change it. Okay, let me, if I put it here, so it will cover two other letters. So if it will be on the 0, so it will not cover it. Okay, and there is also mouse pointer and touch. It's also come back about here. So let me also teach you about the themes. Okay, the themes you can, it's on accessibility as you see here, but also you can use it in personalization. Okay, now so let me go there. So as you see that it's coming personalization, so I'll explain personalization again for you. Okay, so that has been finished. Okay, I think yes, that this was the last. So let me go back from here and let me teach you again. Okay, let me. Okay, this is my full screen again. So we have started that this is screen, that this is taskbar, that this is start menu, that this is start menu, that this is notification place. Okay, you can say location. If you click here, so you will see all the notification. So it show that how many, you can say, you can how many notification I have, so you can clear it all of them from here. So you have saw that the notification area is very free. And so, and here also you can change the sound. Okay, you can say, for example, the sound is like that. This, you can also change the brightness, how the brightness should be. Okay, as you see, it's like that. and also it will show about your battery. For example, my computer is about 88% and it's now charging. So if I click here, so it will go to the setting. Okay, it will come back also here in the home of the system that I can see here, and I'll discuss about them and the next step. Okay, let me finish it. Okay, it's finished, and this is also finished. It was all about the daisy screen that you maybe see automatically. Okay, but let's go to the main setting. For example, this is a setting. If you go here, if you right click here in your screen, so you will see something. For example, let's start from the first. So it's view. What is view? View is just how to view the AI icons on your screen, or how to see the icons that are on your screen. For example, in large icons, it will become very larger. Okay, if I again right click and go to the view, and you can come to the medium icons, so it will be in a medium icons. But if I right click again and come here to small, so it will become very smaller. So as you see, it's very, for example, small and very unclear. Okay, but you can sort them from here. For example, I can here so it will automatically become fixed or become, for example, in a good size. But you can also change the icons. You can also change the icons just to use shortcut. For example, Control Shift 2, it will become very large. Control Shift 3, it will become, for example, medium, and Control Shift 4 will become very small. So I'll press Control Shift 3 to become, for example, in a medium size. Okay, after that, so it's finished. No, it's not finished. It has, for example, these three icons. So at the first you have to do this, show desktop icons. For example, it's not showing, but if I click here, so immediately the all icons would be hiding or automatically be unknown, so you don't know where is it. So just to go back here and to turn it on, so that icons will automatically come back again. But in here you can auto range icons. You can change the icons that where should they be. Okay, oh yeah, it's automatically have been changed. Okay, it's I can change. Okay, I can bring it here, but let me show I can change it also. For example, if I unclick here, now I can bring it here, so it will be here. So before I can't change their location, but now I can change their location. Now, for example, I want to bring this here, I want to bring this here, no problem. But if you choose this one, it will be like that. So now I can't change them. I put here, but they go back to their place, their location. So that's for that. And then let's come back here, align icons to grade. So it uses grade like grade. Okay, how to combine, for example, yes, it also don't allow me to use it because it uses a very special symbol that be like that. So I don't like both of them, and let me unclear it. Yes, it's about that view. And then next we have to know about the sort by. What is sort by? Sort by is just how they should be, can say how should they be aligned. For example, in here we have says by their name, by their size, by their item type, by the data we define it. For example, if I choose this, so this is the first step that I've used, so that will be here. And then if you go back to the size, okay, if you change it, for example, let me go here. So for example, size, it will automatically for example align these apps or these icons according to its size. If I go back to its item type, so it will go back to the item type. So what is item? So they will align it like that. And what is refresh? Refresh is just if there are some interrupt, you can just refresh. So for example, if you delete something and it's still there. So you, by just refreshing, so the computer will understand that what task should it do. For example, when your computer is very, for example, doing multitask, so maybe it be confused, your processor maybe stop doing some of them. So you can just press right click and press refresh. So refresh is just for to overcome an interrupt, or just to, for example, know what should it exactly do, what apps should it exactly do. Refresh is for that. But what is undo? Undo, for example, if you delete something, you can, for example, undo. If you click here, undo here, or the shortcut is Control Z to Control plus Z. So you can also undo that action. For example, let me delete. This is my image, okay? So let me delete it, okay? I click on it and let me come here to delete it, okay? Yes, I've deleted. So how I can bring it back immediately? For example, if I press Ctrl plus Z, so it will come back again. As you see, it's here. So let me bring it here back, and let me delete it again. So I can delete. So let me right click again and bring it back with this option. So I can bring it here, undo delete. So it also come again here. That's for that. For example, if you have done something but you have used to undo, but at the second time the redo will also be automatically appear here, because you have to list something and you bring it back. So now if you want to do it again, so you can choose here to redo delete, so it will automatically delete it. Yes, but again you can press Ctrl plus Z to bring it back. Okay, but I don't want it. And it was all about that. Okay, let me go again here to show what else. So here you can add, for example, new thing. I can, for example, create a new folder, a new shortcut, that whatever I want I can do in here. For example, I can create a new folder. So what should I name it? For example, I will name it, okay, let me change its name to, for example, teach me channel, like that. So I'll enter. So that's the new folder that I am using. Okay, but you can also delete it at press shift plus delete, or just delete, no problem. You can also delete it. Let me come here. So about the personal display setting, we're going to discuss about display setting. What is the display setting? Okay, as you know, the display setting is about how to show the setting. Personalization about your personal interest that you want to change the setting. Okay, and there's open and terminal is where you want to write a code, or where you want to, for example, do a task by force. It's all on about that. But in Windows 11 it also bring another option here that show more options. For example, I can see here copy, I can see here paste, but if you press here, so they will be appear. For example, the paste section is appear. So if you have choose something, for example, let me choose this. Okay, if I choose here, I'll right click on it, so I'll copy it, for example. So if I come here, right click, so the paste will appear here also. So let me go to the let me cancel it. Okay, let me go to the see more options. So in here you can see that paste, the paste was also appeared in the first section. You can do it there or here. I have also made a copy of that. Okay, let me Control Z to undo it. So let's go to the terminal. What is terminal for? Let me show you this here if there is something. So there is nothing special. This section is just for Windows 10, but in Windows 11 they have some changes that I've showed you that it's like that. Okay, now we have to go to this section. Here we have display settings. So let me click here to show you some setting that you can change in display setting. Okay, and at the first, when the system opened or the setting opens, so you have to the display, you're in the display section. As you see, it's setting, and it's the display it's the display option. Okay, I can, for example, increase or value the brightness in here. Okay, as your wish, but yes, it also has another option that on the battery only. For example, if it was on battery always or off. For example, if it was automatically directly connect to the internet without any battery, so I'll choose always. So if it's I use battery, so I'll put on it on battery. But it also have another that off, so off is not good because we have to choose one of them according to our battery. Okay, and night light on until, for example, 6 a.m. My night light will turn it on at 10 and until 6 a.m. in the morning. So you can change it. Why it's like that? Because you have to, for example, if you are using your computer after 10 o'clock, after 11 o'clock, so maybe it's dangerous for your eye, or it may hurt your eyes. So you can change them to, yes, again, to be aware that your eye are not in danger. Okay, for example, I can change it here, it this much. So at the night this is maybe good. Okay, then this, okay, this is very bright. Okay, it will hurt your for example, you can see eye. So I'll put it on 25 or 24%, and I'll choose here the time. For example, where should it start? It should start from 10 to 6 a.m. in the morning, 10 p.m. in the night, and 6 a.m. in the morning. It's very good for that. So also you can put it here, so it will decides itself. For example, it will use about sunset to sunrise. What is sunset? Sunset is about 5:28 p.m. In the evening, and morning is about 4 to 49 a.m. for example. So that's not a good choice for me because I'm using at night, so it should be like that. For example, after 10 until the 6 o'clock in the morning, it will be very good choice for me to choose it. Okay, if I go one step back, okay, I can also so let me turn it on. It should be turned on. Okay, you can choose it turned on or turned off. Okay, and here we have the color profile. You can here change all the colors, calibration, all of them. It's about color management. Okay, for example, display one, internal display. So we have so if you are connected to an HDMI or any other, I can say monitor, so they will be appear here. So for now I don't have any other monitor to display them in this setting. That's all about it. Okay, but I can add any other color here. So just click. So which color should I use, SDR or HDR? That I can discuss about specific part about what is HDR or what is SDR. So there you can search them on the internet or ask ChatGPT that what are those, so they will mention for you. And here we have that all profiles are like what. For example, a profile should be in HDR or in SDR. So when you understand what is HDR and what is SDR, so you will understand that also that how to use them in here. Okay, but in here I don't have anything that they will show for you. For example, in here it's by name, it's by for example the you can say by the color. So you choose all of them, they are all about that. Display calibration. Okay, it will display calibrate display color, brightness, and contrast. For example, contrast is mean differences. Okay, so they all need about to your internet. You have to be connected to the internet or like that, but I don't want to do it. You can just choose or you can use it with yourself. Okay, and it's here all about. So this is get help. You can choose it anywhere that you want to choose it. Okay, it was about all the color management. Let me go back one step again. Okay, guys, we have get informed with all of them. So now we can, for example, what is HDR? So we have I've mentioned that you have to know HDR, but you don't need to know it. But if you want to know, so you can search it in Google or ChatGPT, or ask ChatGPT to give you information about what is HDR color. And here it shows about the scale. So you know that the scale is mean the amount that should be shown in your windows. Okay, Windows scale. So let me go here. So they are by default these options. Okay, for example, if I put here 125, so it will show my for example windows like that. So you see it's very small and it's not very good. Okay, you can see that. So 150% is the good or the standard one that you can use it on your PC. So it's the display resolution should be how much. So you can change the display resolution that the standard or the recommended one is about 1920 in 1080. Okay, so you can choose or you can change, no problem. It's on your wish that you can change them all. Okay, so it's about landscape display orientation. It's how should it display for you these windows. For example, landscape is the standard and the good one that you can use, but if you choose period, so it will be like that. So if you go reward, so it's very hard for you to change it. Okay, and let me revert it to do not change it. Okay, because it's hard back to bring back it. Okay, you have to use in a different way. You can choose them all, for example, landscape flipped it, so it's vice versa of your using. It's way, for example, maybe it's interest for you, but it's not maybe interesting for you. You can change or you don't want to change. So sometimes maybe you need to just try it. That how should you work with? Okay, and its rotation is locked or not. So mine it's not available to change it. Okay, if yours were available, so you can change it. So it depends on other options. If you have chosen other options, so this might be also available for you. You can change it. Okay, and multiple displays. What is mean that when you're connected with other devices, for example, let's say choose a presentation made for your display. I can mention another monitor my display. So also you can example how should it be for remember Windows location based on monitor connection or minimize Windows when a monitor is disconnected. For example, it will automatically minimize it. It will, for example, remember Windows location that where was it. So when you're disconnected from the monitor, it should be like that, not change very a lot. Okay, it's about that. But you can for example, I can here connect to an I can say on wireless display. I can for example to find it where it was or it's not. It said we didn't find another display, so I didn't connect it to any can say wireless monitor or any other HDMI cable to detect it. Okay, because of that it couldn't detect it. And here we have to advanced display that. So we have set about display, so it's advanced option. How to change an advanced option? There are some information about your display so that they are in the advanced display. For example, it shows you here that your computer is, for example, desktop mode, so its resolution or its size is about 1920 and 1080, for example, hertz. It's like that, and it's the, for example, bit dips 8 bits. For example, what's color RGB? Yes, and what's, for example, color spaces, for example, standard dynamic range or SDR. So I've mentioned that you can ask ChatGPT or search in Google what is SDR color. So what is this? It's a standard dynamic range that they have mentioned in here, or they have, for example, bring the whole you can say name in here. But there are things that you do not need to change, okay, or you don't need to change. So it's also one monitor. I can change it if you are connected to other monitors. So there may be some other options that become available for you, okay. It was about all that display setting. What is graphic? Graphic is it's about apps that need more graphic, okay. However, my computer doesn't have any graphic, but this option is here that I can use. For example, how can I use, okay. My computer do not have any graphics, so I don't need to change it, but you may change it, okay. It's very, for example, you can add here, and also you can find it in list here. What is your app? You can search. It's all about that, okay. They are not necessary for you, for example, to know. You have to just see what's going on, but not just really change them, or just, for example, search about them very much, okay. They are just for those who are going to be expert at knowing Windows, or especially these are for teachers that they are teaching, so they must answer their students questions. So if you know, it's very good for you, but if you don't know, that's normal, so you don't have to know. And here is said that position of the screen indicator, so or volume and other things. So where should they be? Okay, there are something that they are here. So you have, for example, focus. For example, in your session, you can put it on focus. When the focus is also none of any notification make you, for example, a trap. It's all about that focus. For example, set priority notification. It's like that, okay. Yeah, okay. Here says choose which notification. Here it shared that which choose which notification are allowed while do not disturb is on. All others will remain in notification center, alarm. So like that. You can choose a specific app that it should be allowed or it should not be allowed, or you can, for example, choose like that. But I don't want any specific app to, for example, give him allow access or no, okay. I go back, so you can just see here that what's going on, but that's not really good. So it was about that, okay. We have finished that. What was the display setting? Okay, it was all about display setting. So this is about control panel. What is control panel? No, it's about personalization. So let's go back to the personalization. In personalization, you can change the background color or the background photo, and you can change its size. How should they be appear? How should they should be appear on yours? So for example, this is my logo. I can change it. That so this must be like this. Teach me, okay. But also you can change its size. For example, let's fulfill. You can choose it that it should be fit. If I put in fit, so it will automatically find the best, for example, options for this to fit the screen or fit the windows. Also, you can change this here. For example, it should be in the center, it should be span, it should be, for example, tile or a stretch. It's all on you, but I choose fill to fit to get it, okay. But also you can use fill. Fill is meant to cover all the screen, no problem. How much the image should be appeared, okay. The foot is best for me because it shows the best position for me in here. And let me back here. So also you can choose one specific color for your, for example, you can say background, okay. For example, I've chosen for this are for background, okay. This is my image that it's black, so when it doesn't have any background, so it was black one, okay. But you couldn't understand that it's how is it, but now you know that its background is red. Okay, now you can choose any other backgrounds, for example. Yes, it's like that, you can choose them, but let me just choose this. Okay, and choose a black one, because black one is better, for example, for me. Yeah, that's very perfect for me. I don't need to change it any other color. Okay, and also we color, so there in here you can create your own color, or you manage the colors to be as your wish. Okay, but I don't want them, so in here we have contrast themes, that colors that are very different from each other. For example, as you see, this is my you can say my contrast themes. Okay, so now I can change them. For example, if I change them like that, let me choose them. So how I choose them? So I have to choose them here. So now it's none, but if I choose this, let me apply it. So you know how it changed it. Yes, but now if I can edit, or I can, for example, choose another one, for example task. Let me apply it. After a few seconds, so it will appear on another shape. Okay, let me it finished. Okay, it's very dust like that. Night sky, it's like the night sky. Okay, you can change them in any other option. Okay, it's like the low, so I don't want any of them, guys. Okay, if you're until here, guys, just like the video and subscribe the channel to continue it. Okay, we are going to continue again, so let me close them. So no, it's about that. Okay, I don't have to do anything else. Okay, keyboard shortcut contrast themes. Okay, how should the keyboard so notify me when I turn on contrast themes for the keyboard? They are like that. Okay, yes, that you can turn it on or turn it off, but these are about themes. So in themes you can change also this. So for example, they are my Windows recommended themes that I should use, but I don't want them, or I don't want to use them. Okay, and personalization, if we come here, it was about background, so we have standard color, so it's about them. And then we are going to, for example, here, so I can change my themes. So I can, as I've mentioned in the previous section, so I can change them also in here. For example, what should I choose? I can here, or I can browse any other items from here, but I don't have any account in Microsoft, so I don't want to use them. And this is the desktop I can set them. Okay, I can change here to which option should be appear in my desktop. Okay, in my Windows, for example, this is my Windows. If I this PC, if I this is computer, so if I apply it, let me apply, so it will automatically will be removed from here. So what I need is to go back to personalization. Okay, and let me go back to the themes. Okay, let me choose it. This PC or computer will be applied again. So also they have another options that you can change. For example, change icon. You can change, for example, your icon. So which one do you want to be here? There are many icons, so okay, you can put right click here and continue. There are many others, for example, icons that you can change, or you can, for example, change with other icons. Okay, but I don't want to change them. Okay, let me cancel them. That's why they are. So contrast themes, we have understand that these are contrast themes that you can change, as we have changed, you know them all, but you are here, so it's finished. About them are finished, color finished. So what is dynamic light? Let me go on it. This is dynamic light that you can use. Okay, and these are some brightness that they are not available here. Me myself, guys, actually do not know what is the dynamic light, but you can just change them here. However, you can see that when I'm changing, so they are not showing any effect. Maybe they can be changed, for example, like that. Okay, you see, it's on. How should the light or the color be? So it's in that point and in that section. Okay, or how should be it's if this one was up, so it will be like that. So both of them are turned on in the standard mode, so I don't want to change them. Okay, let me come back to here. So what is about lock screen? Lock screen, you can change your password. You can, for example, change your lock screen mode. For example, my lock screen mode is like this, so you can choose a specific photo from here, or to make a slide shadow for your lock screen mode. And but I don't want anything else. I don't want to change, but if you want to change, you just click here, or again click here. It will come back, so you will change them. Okay, but you can browse photo from here. Okay, as you want. Okay, there are many photos, so let me choose a specific photo. Okay, this is what I want. So yes, as you know, this become my lock screen photo. Okay, I've changed it. It shows, for example, in lock screen status. So what will it show? So in mine, so it shows water and more. What is water and more? It's been water and clock. As you maybe see here, that it shows. This is, for example, maybe if I have internet, so it will show also the water, and it just shows the time. It shows the, for example, the exact date. These are all about that. You can change them with yourself. So this is if you come down here, so you will see this is screen saver. So what will do? It will save your screen. How it will save your screen? For example, if I choose here, for example, any other things, so if I choose this, so it will become like this. For example, after a period of time, if you don't use your computer, sometime your computer, so the screensaver will automatically turn on, and it will save your battery life. Because of that, you can choose this and it will save your time. And then we come here to send timeout. Okay, it's about battery. Okay, energy recommendation, you can change your energy recommendation. How should you use? Okay, for example, it's about all that. If I apply in any of them, so they will be available, they will be turned on. So I don't want them. I want to go back. So let me go here, power mode. So power mode is blast. I can change it, for example, best performance or best power performance. So what are the difference between these three? Blast is, for example, a standard one that it will automatically change itself, but best power efficiency will based on your battery. For example, my battery have 70%, so it will go like that. But if it was best performance, so it will do its best. However, my battery is very low. It's the difference between these three one. Okay, you can change them as wish as you want. Let me come back here to show screen sleep and hybrid. Okay, this is what you can say when I turn my screen off after. So my screen should be turned off after 5 minutes, for example. It's recommended. So but I can change them any time or any minute that I want. Okay, it's also when it's sleep. What should it be sleep? It's also after 5 minutes. When it's on charging or it's on battery, it's in battery and it's charging. Okay, you can change the one of them. So it's about 3 minutes here, and it's energy saver is, for example, my computer saver is about 13%. So you can change them in any percent you want. For example, 50, always 10. So it will show you, for example, now when you are using, you are not for example, you don't care about your battery, but sometimes it will change your color of your battery, because it will show that your battery is going to be low, so you have to stop your task, your working, and be careful about your battery. Okay, it's just to aware you that how much percent does your computer have. Okay, but you can change them. You can also choose never. That's all about that. Okay, lower screen brightness when using energy saver, so it will also, if I turn it on, it's very good. If I turn it off, okay, it's for example, it use less power, okay, to continue the exist time. Battery usage, so it shows you the battery usage, so where have you used your battery, and so it will show that how much was your battery, for example, which time now you're using. For example, it's about 5, so at 4 o'clock my battery was about 97%, okay, but not 96%, but it's about as you see the time is about 2 minutes, and my battery is about, watch, let me show you, okay, it's about 68%. okay, it will show the duration that you are using your computer. So how was your, for example, battery, for example, at 4 a.m. It was very low, for example, in the lowest you can say position in between 2 days. Okay, but they will also show that which apps you have used. Okay, yes, that these were the apps that I've used. Okay, they used my power. You can change them here. It was the setting all about the power. So let me, yes, it's finished here. Let's go back again. So it was about personalization, and it was about the log screen. Okay, if you go back to the text input, so you can in here put text. Okay, and here it has many options how you should do them. Okay, you can create also a custom them for yourself. You can also, for example, do any of them. So you have also touch keyboard. We have started, I think, yes, you have started the touch keyboard, and it's typing setting, that how you should type. Okay, and here typing, so it has the sound. For example, if you don't want the sound, so you can turn it off. It's capitalize the first letter of each sentence, so it will automatically capitalize if you start writing sentences. Okay, add the period after I double tap the space bar, also it will do it. So show the voice typing mic button. So for example, when you're using voice typing, so it will show this, that you're using voice typing. For example, there are many websites, many apps that you can use, but Windows has recently added its in accessibility that you can, if you don't know or if you're blind, you can see the computer, so it will automatically for example, you can control your computer by your voice. Okay, for example, if I mentioned, hey, go to this PC and open this folder, so it will automatically go and it will open that folder for you. That's for that. Okay, that we have discussed previous section. And it here show text suggestion when typing the keyboard. So mine, it's not on. For example, when I am writing computer, so when I write COM, so it will automatically find the computer and it will show you. But mine is not turned on, but I can turn it on. So it is very useful and it's very good for you if even you're not knowing your language or the English language, because it will help you to write in a correct way of that options. Okay, and multiple text suggestion, yes, so it will suggest that this will suggest for you, for example, some special keywords, but this will suggest you many other words that you might like it. Okay, but you don't know how to write them. That's very useful for you. You can use it. And to correct misspelled words, so it will autocorrect or to write the words that you have write or that you have write in a wrong way, that's spelled. Okay, it will automatically be fixed by the Windows itself. Okay, it will highlight. Okay, I can highlight. Okay, for example, it can highlight the wrong words here for you. For example, if you write the computer word wrong, so it will highlight that word that, hey man, this is wrong, you have to change it, or you have to use the suggested word to become fixed. Okay, these are all about that. So it's about typing inside where you're typing on correction stories. So for example, you can see here how was your, for example, use. So I didn't use any autocomplete words suggestion. These are very, for me, these were very zero because I didn't use them. Okay, so if you have turned it on and if you've used, so the story will be here. You can change it anytime you want, and this is advanced keyboard setting that you can change here. For example, in here, use language list, for example, recommended. So these are what Persian, Pashto, and this is English that I can use them in my typing, okay, and my keyboard. But I can also add language. I can, for example, input language hotkeys. I can do them, but now I don't want to do them because it's very, for example, primarily level that we are going to continue it. So it was about the advanced keyboard setting. It's about the language and region that you can change it. Okay, for example, what is the Windows display language? So it's English United States. Okay, so you can change it. Also, I can add language here that I've also add 3 language, but now I can also add other language. For example, I can say Al-Arabiya Al-Jazair, so I can't add this language in my, for example, keyboard. Okay, but I don't want them, so I go back. So country or region, for example, it's United States, but you can change it any country that you are living in. Okay, it's on you, but how you should use region format is also recommended for you. For example, you can change it anytime, so I'll choose the recommend one. But you also device setup region is United States when you're installing Windows, so it will ask you that where should you, for example, do it. Okay, it's all about that. You can change it. Copy current user setting to welcome screen and system account. If you copy this, so this will copy all your information that you have created this. Okay, and this is also copy current user setting to new user account. For example, if you want to add a new user to your Windows, you can copy here and paste here to just use it. Okay, date and time, you can change data and time. Okay, as it comes here, for example, data and time has been okay. For example, set time zone automatically. So if I turn it on, so it will automatically turn on. So I do not turn it on automatically because I have choose a specific time. It's days. Okay, and you can choose your specific timeline here, but I've already choose this, so I don't want to change it. Set time automatically, so it's on, so the time will automatically be continued without any changing. Oh, so guys, it's going very well. So if you're still here, so don't worry, just like the video, and in 2 hours maybe you can understand all the Windows options and you can understand what I am mentioning here for you. Okay, but just be passionate and study. Coughing. So guys, it was all about that. You can change them. Okay, so yes, it's all about that language and region. So we have studied it. Okay, let me go back. It was all about that. Okay, if I understand all of them. Okay, but let me show you if there is any problem here. If you have any problem in setting, I can also let me check again if there is something remained, so I'll also mention them for you that you have to study them. Okay, Yes, we have studied all of them. Power, sound, okay. This is remained, okay. Sound is remained. Let me see what else has been remained, okay. Also, it's the accessibility performance that shows that how you should use it. For example, it's by default, it's medium, it's large, it's huge. So which one do you use? So it will. There are an accessibility in here that you have mentioned for you, okay. So here there are some information about my computer. For example, my computer, which model is it, okay. It shows its generation, its can say ability to do the task. It's, for example, addition of my Windows. So when the OS build or operating system built and it's installed RAM, okay. So there are general information about my computer. I can see more and more information here that, yes, it will show me here. For example, these are my features, or these are the information about my computer. What you can change, you can see from yours, okay. These are all about that, okay. That we have mentioned here for you, okay. But let me go back to see what else has been remained, okay. Okay, let me check it step by step, okay. We have started, okay. Clipboard, these are all remained, man. What we have studied. It's power and battery, it's focus, it's storage. So there's, we didn't start maybe the storage. So this is the storage that, for example, it's drive C that I have 109 GB in it. So it's just temporary files. So they're showing about and customizing my okay storage. It's advanced storage setting that I can say, okay. These are disk and volumes, backup options, so drive optimization, storage space. So I don't want to change any of them. So I don't want to also go or any of them, okay. So cleanup recommended is about 5 GB. So if I click here, so it will clean it, okay. If I choose, for example, here, if I choose, for example, recyclable, so there is about 1.05 GB to be deleted. They are all on recycle bin, so I can delete them. So there is also about 6 GB on download, so I can delete them, or I don't want to delete them. So for now I don't want to delete them, so because of that I go back. So it's just that how much does the apps or things that I'm using were, for example, fault my disk or my drive C Windows, okay. It's about 32%, you can say, about installed apps, okay. This is all about installed apps, and this is for contemporary. Let me go back. So it's for music, it's for others, desktop, it's temporary files that should be deleted, okay. And there's all about other things, storage senses. So a cleanup recommendation is about 5, so I can clean them, but I don't want to clean it, okay. And advanced setting that you have gone there once, I don't want to go again. Nearby sharing, so it was an accessibility that I have mentioned, that is for sharing information, file, folder, anything that you want to for example, share with your friends, with your family and others that you want to share with them, okay. And this is multitasking, so snap Windows desktop and watching, okay. So it's on. For example, in the same time I can watch, I can do anything that I want, okay. Toolbar Windows check, so it's off, it's on, okay. You can see it's on or off. These are all about things that you can change in setting, okay. But don't worry to subscribe the channel and like the video to continue it again, okay. Okay, these are all about, let me see, there are something important that I should mention here. So it's a component that if you are connected to the internet you can use this. So I don't have internet, I don't want to use it. So it's about your device information. So you can see here that we have seen before, okay. The sound is remained, okay. Let me go to the sound. So the sound, it's the sound, you can change the sound. Maybe I have also started this one, okay. And yes, when I am speaking, so you know that the sound is increasing, so it shows that it's taking my sound, okay, or it's getting my sound, because when I am speaking, it has the graph that increasing and become very low, so it's showing that it's working very well. Now I am speaking, yes. But here output devices, input devices that you can change here. You can see here that what are your output devices and what are your input devices, okay. Okay, it's going on, so it need internet, so I don't have internet. Let me go back. And this is sound setting that you can also change here. For example, here now I'm not using headphone, okay, no headphone, but I use my speakers and headphones, okay. Yes, okay, I can change them other positions here, but we will study in advanced Windows, okay. So I think it's going very well. Let me go to this section. So it's for Bluetooth that maybe you can connect to any Bluetooth that you want here. Click here, so you can choose any Bluetooth mode. So any other devices that if it found, so you can click on it to connect with it, okay. But in here you can also turn it on or turn it off your Bluetooth mode, okay. You can also here add on others to receive files. For example, if you want to receive files, so you have to come here, send and receive files. So if you wanna receive a file, if you wanna send a file, so you can choose from here. But I don't wanna none of them, so I can cancel. So these are the Bluetooth devices that I have been, for example, I have been connected with them, okay. They will be also in here, so it will show here sound display that you have sent. So more display setting, you can say Bluetooth, so it shows here Bluetooth device. Will see the name of this PC. So what's the name of this PC? So it will be showed on your Bluetooth mode, okay. And a special part we will discuss, okay, in advanced Windows, and else we are setting them in here, okay. Let me go again here, back here. So in here is Wi-Fi, you can turn it on or turn it off. You can get help. It's meant to go to the Microsoft account, so ask for help. You can do it. So it's VPN that I can use it, or it's turned on, okay. Okay, I can also add here any app VPN, okay. But let me, it's about mobile hotspot. If you wanted to give to your friend or your phone internet, so you can turn it on. So they will find yours, so they will automatically, for example, connect to your computer if they have to your password, okay. They are about setting that you don't have to change. So all we need is just this Wi-Fi that you are going to use, and you can turn it on, turn it off. So it doesn't need any other thing special, okay. It's airplane mode also, that you can also use the airplane mode. So but I don't want to use, okay. This is all about this. So you've said all about the personalization. Yes, it was about personalization. This is about the apps. So for example, installed apps are here. You can, for example, see all apps that you have been installed in this PC or this computer. Also you can filter them here. You can, for example, show how they should be sorted. For example, A to Z or Z to A, or for example data install it, for example size, or you can say yes, size of history. What else? You can also here filter them. For example, all drivers or Windows C, D, E, F. So which one? So especially we have all of them to find any apps that we have installed in our PC. So in here you can uninstall any app that you want to uninstall them, okay. Let me find any app that if I need to delete them. So I don't have any special app to delete them, okay. But if you have, you can delete from here, okay. Yeah, I don't have any app to delete them, but if you want to delete them, just click in here, okay. And here you can uninstall, so it will be uninstalled, okay, as you press uninstall. Let me go back here. It was advanced app setting. It's advanced app setting, so also you can change or choose where to get apps, so anywhere. So for example, if I choose a specific place to open the app, so I can choose from here, but now I have to choose anywhere because I need my apps, so if they were in any place, so I don't want to make a specific area to be used my apps. Okay, I don't want to share across devices, so I can share with devices. For example, my device only, everyone nearby, so you can choose them to share your folder or data that you want to share. Okay, archive app, so it's also automatically archive your infrequently used apps to save storage space and internet bandwidth. Okay, your files and data will still be saved, and the app's full version will be restored for your next use if it's available. So that's very good. Choose if it's turned on, so it's good. So you can choose it also to be turned on or turned off. Okay, it's on you, so that which one you are using to turn it on or turn it off. This is also app execution list, so they are all allowed to be executed. Okay, if they are not allowed, so they can't be opened. So what else should be here? So uninstall updates. So here we have about the updates, so should be, for example, uninstall the update of this. So these are all that you can uninstall from their update. Okay, for update files, so you can uninstall their update. For example, I don't want to update it, so because of that. How to install a program, so it will show you how to install a program, so it will help you to connect to the Microsoft account, or yes, to get help how to install a program. So they will guide you there to how to install your program. Okay, so maybe you know how to install program. Yes, just download and right click and just continue. Okay, and here in account section, okay, you have your own account. For example, my name is Farshad and this is my local account, so I have also administrator account that I am not in it now. Okay, but I am using now my local account. Okay, you can change it. For example, this is my information that I've put here. I can put my photo, I can freeze for example, I can browse a file that I'm going to put in my profile. Okay, so that's local account as I mentioned for you. So in here I can manage my account, so in the control panel also I can manage my account, so it also need internet here, but in control panel it doesn't need internet. Okay, let me go back again. So this is your account. This means this is my account, so I don't have any account, any Microsoft account. Okay, but now I don't want to also add it. This is sign in options, so how to open your computer. So there are many options. For example, this is facial recommendation, Windows Hello, for example, finger recommendation, pin, Windows Hello, for example, security key, password, picture, any of them you can choose them to, for example, set a password to your Windows. Okay, when you're entering, so which one should be or which code you are using to enter. For example, this is a password, so it will need, for example, password. I have password, so I don't want to change it. It's about picture, you can put a picture and you can draw a special thing on your picture, so when you have drawn it, so it will automatically, your computer will be opened. Okay, these are all about that. Okay, okay, let me do not make it darker. Okay, these were all about this, so you can choose all of them. Okay, I have also my two fingers are available here, that I can open my computer with my fingers just touching the sensor. Okay, and here is time and language that we have discussed about it, that you can change your time and your date. Okay, for example, me it's like that, so we have discussed all about them. We don't have to discuss about them because we are going to make a short video, but it's a lot of information, but I can't make it, for example, more than this shorter. Okay, it's about the gaming, that game bar capture. Okay, game mode, they are just for those people who wanna play game, but I do not play game. And this graphic is for game that need graphic. Okay, for example, my computer doesn't have any graphic, special graphic, so I don't wanna, for example, give you more information about that. And it's about typing that you have speech. This is about speech, okay, speech language, okay. If maybe you didn't discuss about this, okay. For example, speech language is about English, okay. And what is voice? Voice is Microsoft Word. This is the volume of the voice, so I can add voice. So it's about English in United States. So these are all about the speech, but maybe you don't use it, okay, because it's not very necessary for you. Maybe it's for some special person that they are using, for example, but not for you, okay. We have discussed about this accessibility, privacy, and security. So just this part of it remains. So it's Windows security that how should it be? For example, they have Windows Defender or Windows yes, Windows security. They are all about. For example, I'm using a cracked option. I'm using a cracked Windows, so I don't wanna change them. Okay, if they will be open, so they will not allow any app. Because of that, I wanna, for example, turn it on because I want to install app that's they are not from Microsoft. I can say Microsoft company. And let me continue. So we have discussed about all of them and Windows updates. So in here you can update your Windows, okay. If you are connected to the internet, so your computer will automatically update itself, so you don't need to just to change it, okay. For example, my AN is updated, it's your up to date, so it's my computer is okay. For example, it's the last version that I'm using. Yes, it is about them, okay. It's also have some options here. For example, I can turn it on to update it. The latest update I can turn it off. For example, I can pause it for 1 week, for example 2 week or 3 week. For example, as you see, it's paused, okay. It shows that the yours are paused. For example, it's about the date is about 25, okay. 27, okay. So it's about February day 25, okay. I've paused it, so it's here update security history, so it shows that when did I update it, okay. For example, I have updated to Windows 11 version 25 H2, okay. So before that it was not like that, but I have updated, okay. So it shows that the history of my updation, okay. And then you have advanced setting, advanced option here that you can change it, okay. Receive update for other Microsoft product. For example, if Microsoft company product any new apps, so you will be automatically aware of that and it will automatically be downloaded on your computer. But else you don't want it, so you don't have to turn it on. These are all, for example, that you can say, okay. It's show that active hours was about currently 6 a.m. to 12, okay. That it was active, okay. Optional update, so it's optional, okay. There is no anything optional update. And delivery or optimization, okay. It's like that. Let me share. There is nothing important that I mentioned for you here because these are for those who wanna be teacher or who wanna teach someone else to answer just their questions, okay. These are not necessary for people, they are just using Windows in general, okay. There is nothing else, okay. They have, okay. It's finished actually, guys. The setting have completely finished, but we are still here. So there are other things that other things have been remained that I can mention them for you. For example, control panel, so we can study it also, okay. So guys, it's time to know the control panel, okay. How to use control panel. You can say, let me go to the control panel, okay. Press Windows key plus R, so it will open run. You can say place, you can say control panel, okay. Search, then enter it, so you will get to the control panel. and here you can change anything that are here, but we have some of them are also in setting, but also you can change them here. Okay, especially things that you can change here is about the user account. For example, it's here. For example, I can create a password reset disk, that I will also put a link in the description that how to create a password reset disk. For example, I have flash, I have a disk, so how should I create a password reset disk? Okay, you can change them. Okay, and here also you have changed the credentials, so they are not important for you. All for you is necessary is just to know about them. You can create it, but I will put the link in the description. You can watch it. Okay, and also manage your file encryption sections, so they're not important for you. Change my environment variables, no, there's no. Manage other accounts, so there is no any other account, or I don't have any other account to manage them. I have just the admin, and I have just for example, my local account. Okay, this is my local account that I can change them. I can also here add a new user in this PC. Okay, if I press here, so it will be add a new user. Okay, let's go to the settings, so I have to add an account, but I don't want to add anyone. Because of that, I'm not doing it. I go back, and here I can manage make a change to my account in this PC. So this is my account. I want to change I want to make some changes on it, so I can here as we have started in the setting. Okay, I have mentioned that you can change anything here. Okay, but also it wants you to go to the internet, but other things that you can change here is are available. You can change them here. Okay, manage other account, so I don't have just one. Change your account type, so I can change it so it's a local account, but I can change it that it should be an admin account. So how should it be? So as you know that it's standard or local, but I can create it as an account as an administrator account. Okay, but I don't want them, so I just want to go back, and then I can change your account name. So my account name is what? Farshad, so I can change here. For example, new account name. For example, I can say it, for example, teach me. So teach me is my account, so if I click change name, so it will automatically be changed, but I don't want to change it. Because of that, I cancel it. These are all that there's nothing that important that you should study here. Okay, just know that you can control accounts, no problem. It's administrator or it's for example local account or a standard account. You can change both of them, and also there are also many things that you can change them here. Okay, let me go back one step back again. Okay, it was about the user account. Okay, but we will discuss others in the advanced video. Okay, however, you can see that the ease of access center is here. It was also an
always scan this section
that we'll inshallah discuss in the next session, all of the control panel. But the important that general people must know was about the user account that I have mentioned here for you. And also these are, for example, something that maybe you don't need to know them. For example, some of them are necessary for you, maybe mouse, font, power options, so they are maybe necessary for you. You have to know about them, but in the advanced video it will be taught for you. Okay, for example, there is nothing important for this video that I should mention for you. This keyboard is also very common, but I'll also teach it in advanced video. Taskbar and navigations, yes, sound, yeah, program features, mouse, phones. These are all good things that you should know, but they are not very necessary for you. But if you want to know, so I'll put in the next video them. Okay, especially user account is very common that I have taught you. Okay, pen and touch, so region, it was also in setting. So some of them were in setting, most of them were in setting, but they have some different options in here, so I'll teach them in the next session inshallah. Okay, so all you need is here, so just don't forget that there are some shortcuts that you have to know I'll also, if I create one video in the future about shortcuts in Windows, okay, if I create a video, so the link will be in the description, so you have to watch it, how to, for example, how use shortcuts to use in a better way your Windows. This was all about the Windows that I teach you today, but we'll also discuss an advanced option. We'll discuss about the shortcuts. We'll discuss about the all information in the future, inshallah. Okay, for today it's enough, so see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe the channel, and see you in the next session. Okay, for now, bye.